and let us all do we can to build a better future.
Weekend on June 2nd, Max Blumenthal at the Truman Con gave out his pronouns and asked if there were non-binary U.S. Navy divers that blew up the Nord Stream pipeline. And he also had a one-on-one confrontation with none other than Russiagate's favorite darling. You know her, you love her, Rachel Maddow. But it's important to build up the picture because this is outstanding. And I think a lot of people, Jose Vega, I think a lot of people have been taking notes from you, buddy. Jose Vega, you got a following. You don't have to worry about carrying too much weight because now you got Max Blumenthal in your corner. So what am I talking about? Kit, what are you talking about? And Max Blumenthal gave out his pronouns? What do you mean? That makes no sense. Well, here, this is from his Twitter account. Max Blumenthal, again, outstanding reporter for the Gray Zone, who've done phenomenal work. Please support their work on social media. Here, check this out at this outstanding but empty auditorium.
Hello. Max Blumenthal, the Gray Zone. My pronouns are Trump Russia. Lockheed Martin has been identified as one of the most diverse employers in the country. And I was wondering if you knew by any chance how many products or weapons produced by Lockheed Martin, diversity and equity and inclusion bombs have been dropped on the children of Palestine, Yemen, or Syria. And also, do you happen to know off the top if any non-binary U.S. Navy divers were used in blowing up the Nord Stream pipelines?
Thank you. If anyone has that information, feel free to give us a brief so that you can give me the scoop too.
Well, hey, wait a minute. Hold on. Were there any non-binary divers that blew up the Nord Stream pipeline? People want to know. Or there'll be a whole fest protest going on.
That's really not a question.
So hold on. Again, I just found it funny that especially as soon as he asked that question, there was an immediate handler that came around and said, "Sir, give up the mic. Give up the mic right now." Look, we have seen so much reporting in regards to how the narrative of the Nord Stream pipeline has systematically changed. At first, it was all blamed on Russia. But as soon as you start working your brain cells together and the average person starts thinking, wait a minute, hold on. That pipeline was built by Russia to Germany with love. Why would they blow up a pipeline that's making them money? Germany needs that natural gas to stay warm during the ever so cold winters. Now, automatically, something odd is happening. People begin questioning, why would Russia do something that would systematically hurt their financial bottom line? That would not make Putin very, very happy. And then that's when the narrative or the lie started crumbling apart. And what have I said on the show about a lie? You could tell a well-constructed lie for quite some time. But what do all lies have in common, from the very well put together ones to the god awful ones? It's like building a crappy house. The foundation is shoddy. The load bearing walls can't support the entire infrastructure. The roof is leaking. The basement is a flooding. There is no gas going into the stove, and kaboom! The lie falls apart. Because then it came out that potentially it was somebody else that blew up the pipeline. Then it started being raised up in regards towards, was it the U.S. that did it? Of course, the New York Times did an article, an op-ed, saying, maybe it's best we don't find out what happened to the Nord Stream pipeline. Yes, we're the media. Yes, we're the New York Times. But don't ask questions. It's best that you don't know and you stay ignorant. That's the world we live in. But see, the thing is, this narrative of Russiagate is still being pushed along. And of course, thanks to the Durham report, has been revealed that it was nothing but one big waste of time. But hell, we knew that from the Mueller report. Russiagate was nothing more than a conspiracy theory. And now we are witnessing the full consequences of that conspiracy theory, especially with this ridiculous war that's taking place in Ukraine, that's taking billions and billions of US dollars. Boy, oh boy, it would almost seem like Ukraine's the 51st state. How the hell did that happen? I never want to hear from these politicians that it's expensive to invest into our communities, or that we can't do student debt forgiveness or Medicare for all because we're crapping out a ton of money for that war. But see, there are people who must be held responsible, from our politicians to our agencies here in the government to, yes, even all the corporate media. And none other than this one person who systematically made a huge profit off of Russiagate. It was her bread and butter. Max Blumenthal confronted Rachel Maddow, who doesn't do a Q&A from the audience. So he had to find another way. And I have to say, Max Blumenthal, good on you for taking notes from Jose Vega, because this is how it's done. This is how you raise the ruckus. AOC, it's time for people to be rude. So here, check this out. Again, from Max Blumenthal, this happened on Friday, June 2nd. Shout out to Max Blumenthal, speaking truth to power as always. Now, of course, he was immediately escorted out. But let's check this video out.
Bent on overthrowing the U.S. government. And members of Congress who were sympathetic.
Rachel, this speech is boring and paranoid. Can you explain why you promoted the Steele? Why did you promote the Steele dossier, which has been proven to be a lie? Why did you promote the lie of Russian bounties?
Come on, let's go.
Can you ever be held accountable for the lies you told Americans for years and years and years? You lied to Americans.
Somebody was screaming out, "Shame on you!" Boo! Look how empty that auditorium is. That's how you know the Democrats are going to be in a crap ton of trouble. All their liberal conspiracies are blown up right in their face. They have old man Biden to be their nominee, which is what the DNC is going to do. And if he's not going to be the nominee, the establishment will pick someone behind closed doors that will follow the DNC narrative. It's going to be Trump versus whoever. Good luck, Democrats. Seriously, this is what you had, and that whole gamble on Russiagate not working, huh? Here, let's rewind that again. We just got to hear it again. I'm gonna play the video in its full entirety, but I just also find it funny how Rachel Maddow just zooms in and says, like, "Oh my God, is this a reporter? Is this what journalism looks like?" It's like that meme where that person's looking at the butterfly. Is this journalism?
For years.
Bent on overthrowing the U.S. government. And members of Congress who were sympathetic.
Rachel, this speech is boring and paranoid. Can you explain why you promoted the Steele? Why did you promote the Steele?
By the way, that look right there. Hold on. That look right there. Internet, happy hunting. Great. It's this is perfect for all the memes that you will ever want in your life. It's such a feast. That look of, is this journalism? Is this reporting? Oh my goodness. I forgot what it means to be authentic. Look, you here's the thing. We know that CNN's ratings are in the toilet, which is funny. But you know that MSNBC is also struggling too. You know, everyone in corporate media is secretly foaming at the mouth, hoping that Trump is the nominee, because that is what got them the views. They need that orange Cheeto line, baby. They need that orange Cheeto line.
Bent on overthrowing the U.S. government. And members of Congress who were sympathetic.
Rachel, this speech is boring and paranoid. Can you explain why you promoted the Steele? Why did you promote the Steele dossier, which has been proven to be a lie? Why did you promote the lie of Russian bounties?
Come on, let's go.
Can you ever be held accountable for the lies you told Americans for years and years and years?
Shame on
You
you!
lied to Americans for years.
Let's go.
Silence is
You're out.
violence, Rachel.
You're out. You're out. It is bad.
Let's go.
There you go. You want my badge?
Thank you.
There you go. I'm walking
In
out
fact,
with
we can
you.
go this way.
Which way?
Elevator right here.
Oh, look at listen.
Rachel Maddow refusing to answer questions about lying about the Steele dossier, lying about Russian bounties, and doing a paranoid speech claiming Nazism is afoot in America. And I'm being thrown out by security now. There was no Q&A. If there was Q&A, I would have politely asked a question.
Shout out to Max Blumenthal. You're more than welcome to be on the show. But by the way, folks, how funny is it that that whole room was filled with vote blue no matter who people? Loud voices aren't allowed. Shame on you. Boo. How dare you? She can't take questions, but hey, she has time to do a lame joke response.
Coming to a Substack newsletter near you.
Ugh. Ugh. Clap. Clap, seals. Arp, 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 arp. That's why it's funny. That's why it's funny to me seeing the low ratings from MSNBC, corporate media, and establishment media. Seeing that their ratings are in the tank, it's a good thing, a very good thing. So, what can we take away from this? I want to see more of this. I want to see more of these quote unquote corporate media talent, which is what they are. After all, CNN said that they're a talent. Why am I saying that CNN said that they're a talent? Because when the Trump town hall happened, all of the quote unquote journalists were upset. They were furious that Donald Trump was at a town hall and, oh my goodness, he made them look like an ass. Well, of course, because that CNN people were just so angry. But the thing is, let's look at this video again. Again, people like Rachel Maddow allowed a conspiracy to take place. This war in Ukraine is the consequence of that conspiracy getting out of hand. I want to pull this video up here one more time so y'all can see it again. She is unable to take a Q&A, and when confronted, she has nothing to say at all.
Bent on overthrowing the U.S. government. And members of Congress who were sympathetic.
Rachel, this speech is boring and paranoid. Can you explain why you promoted the Steele? Why did you promote the Steele dossier, which has been proven to be a lie? Why did you promote the lie of Russian bounties?
Come on, let's go.
Can you ever be held accountable for the lies you told Americans for years and years and years? You lied to Americans for years.
Let's go.
Silence is
You're
violence,
out.
Rachel.
You're out. You're out.
Let's go.
There you go. You want my badge?
Thank you.
There you go. I'm walking
In
out
fact,
with
we
you.
can go this way.
Which way?
Elevator right here.
Rachel Maddow refusing to answer questions about lying about the Steele dossier, lying about Russian bounties, and doing a paranoid speech claiming Nazism is afoot in America. And I'm being thrown out by security now. There was no Q&A. If there was Q&A, I would have politely asked a question.
Funny day and age we live in. But again, that's the stuff we need to see more of. We need to see more reporters and journalists and people stepping up and confronting the neoliberal establishment hack frauds. That's what real journalism looks like. That's what real courage looks like. None of these fake protests that we've seen from 2016 through 2020 where people, quote unquote, resisting Trump. I get that Trump triggers a lot of people, and I get that people were so upset that Hillary Clinton lost to that orange clown. But too bad. Too bad. It's time for the entire establishment media to be challenged because they didn't do their job. Hell, they heavily profited off of Trump. I want to bet, I'll probably bet some good money that everyone in corporate media wants Trump to come back because he brought them the views. So shout out to the Gray Zone. If you're not supporting their work on social media, please do so. They've done phenomenal work, and I hope to see more of it.